Big bum, flat tums, pretty face.
Who even says that? Like, you're actually a grown man who came from a woman, your mother gave birth to you, and you're there saying kangaroo pouch, kangaroo. Like, please, go and actually learn some manners. Childish. What the hell?
Preference is childish.
Yes, what the hell? You're talking about, like, look, listen to this mindset.
I have my preferences, and I'm allowed to state my preferences.
So if we're going to be socially adapt, then we need to make sure to understand that a big, tall man with muscles is not necessarily the one that can protect you in this now social environment. So that all of that animalistic instinct does not matter.
Hey, welcome back to Black Press. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe.
Now let's get to it.
Hey, welcome back.
Welcome back.
To another episode of We Are
Black Press.
I'm your girl Trish.
And I'm your boy, Mr. Defined. If you're new to the channel, welcome to your first episode. If you are following with us, welcome back. Go ahead either way, like this episode. If you like anything that I or Trish says, if you don't like it, like the episode anyway, and then tell us why you don't like it in the chat. Comment, share, and subscribe. So, welcome to another wonderful day, and we're gonna come up with some, get you this hot news. First thing on the docket is your girl Erica Mena. So, if you don't know what's been going on, she's on that. What's that show? What she was? Love and Hip Hop. Which was from what I know, it ain't too much love going on there.
Yes,
and I don't know how much hip hop coming out of it. Since wasn't Cardi B on there though?
Yes, she was.
Yeah, since that, what kind of hip hop is coming out? I don't know, but so she got released a couple months ago for some drama. But what she did was she got into this fight or argument, and so they released her because she ended up calling the other young lady. What was her name? You remember?
Yeah. So it was Spice.
Yeah.
Her and Spice got into an argument, and then used a derogatory term to reference Spice. But before that, Spice mentioned her son.
I've been doing it for 14 years. Welcome to the club.
Girl, I've been doing it for
nowhere.
16.
Okay?
16.
Okay, with your son that don't like you. My son loves me.
How do you know
Let's talk about that. Stop always making it about you. That's what you're talking. You said that you're right? That's what you said. Start the conversation and say hello.
You don't know about my I don't believe y'all just
That's what sparked it.
Yeah, and she called her
The blue monkey.
Blue.
But blue because she always wears blue hair.
Okay, a blue monkey.
Your son hates you, bitch! You monkey! You blue monkey!
Yeah, so I guess people didn't like that. But honestly, what it was, I'm gonna let her tell her side of the story.
There aren't real words that I can put together to explain why I've said it in the past.
But you do see why people feel like you say it to these black people, right?
It's just a coincidence, but it's not that. And that's why I'm like, because it just so happens to be a coincidence that it is. But I've definitely called my sister a monkey before, and, like, it's a word that I use to insult someone or be playful, never with intention of being racial or that. Like, I'm raised in my family alone. I'm blended, there's not a racial bone in my body. Now that it's out there, it has me very mindful. Like, obviously I cannot ever say this ever again.
So what are your thoughts on it?
I mean, people call each other worse.
Yeah.
But the fact that they were in an argument and then she used it, it's like, right, I'm pulling this out my arsenal.
Yeah.
I'm using it to hurt you. Because
Right.
you said something that hurt me.
Mhm.
So she used it to hurt her.
Mhm.
It is derogatory, and the whole situation is just wrong. So instead of just saying, yeah, I always say it. No, you don't. You use
Yeah.
that word.
Yeah, it was intentional that she
Yeah, it
used
was
it
intentional.
to be. And then why would she say, "Oh, I use it to hurt people," or in angry, but in joking? You can't do it both.
Yeah, there's no
Either
excuse for it.
it's a insult or it's a joke.
Mhm.
It can't be both.
It's like somebody bringing a weapon to a fight. That was her weapon.
Yeah.
That's her words. So
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, but for me, it's like, so yeah, you using that word as a weapon,
Yeah.
right? But other people use other words as weapons, and we don't feel like it's an issue. Like
And until the situation occurs where there's like some type of you're butting heads,
yeah,
then you if somebody comes up to you, "What's up?" N-word,
yeah,
you can take that offensively.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, and that's my point though. Like, why do you? Because we know calling somebody a monkey is a derogatory term because of us being black and how we feel about and how people have called us that before, right?
Yeah.
So if that's an insult, then so is the N word. And I'm gonna always say it. If it comes up in topic, I'm gonna continue to say it. Like if it's an insult, then it's an insult. But the selective outrage is ridiculous. If calling somebody a monkey is an N word, is the insult, then if anybody is offended by the N word being used, then it's an insult.
Yeah.
So we need to, if we're going to say somebody is wrong for this, then something similar to it is also wrong.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter how you want to say it. Now, on the other end is her getting terminated and pulled off the show. That was literally just the network covering their own tail.
Yeah, they shouldn't have took her off.
Yeah.
Like I said before, what they should have did was came into the cast, educated them, provided them with tools, counseling, therapy, things of that nature. Not just, oh, you said a bad word after they
Yeah,
already knew
but-
what it was, and then they put it out there. So they put all the pressure on her. Yes, she said it, but y'all could have edited that out.
Yeah.
We
true.
didn't have to. We didn't have
That's
to see
true.
that.
Facts, because it gets edited before it gets pushed
Yeah.
out. Ain't like they airing it live.
Mm-hmm.
So they aired it on purpose for the
Yeah.
controversy, so they could get the views.
Yeah.
But then, in order to cover their butt, somebody has to go on the chopping block. That's when any major company, they have to say, okay, we learned this was wrong, and in order to fix it, we fired so and so. You was just next on the chopping block, so they fired you. But that's why she was asking, like, okay, if this was so wrong, then there's other things that's been wrong also.
Yeah.
So why would they fire me now?
What's not okay is how, if this was as bad as the network says it is, why wasn't I let go a long time ago?
Now, because you was next in line on the chopping block, so they can sacrifice you, you're the sacrificial lamb to slaughter, so that we can continue doing the same thing we've been doing, which is airing people fighting, cussing each other out, throwing drinks at each other in the restaurant.
And all that stuff never gets like addressed, or they never fix it. But
why would they fix it? That's what gets them ratings. Like, why would they fix it if they know they can get ratings? You're gonna watch it. We're gonna get paid, and then we're gonna fire your whatever black person is up here, so that because there's always a new one that's willing to fight and argue and yell racial slurs. But I just wish we would if anything is gonna make us upset, then everything that pertains to it should make us upset.
Yeah.
The selective outrage is the same.
It is, and I'm upset at just the whole situation in general.
Yeah.
But I wish her the best.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Everybody says stuff,
and she gonna bounce back.
Yeah.
Like,
Everybody
somebody
says
else
stuff.
gonna figure it out.
They
And if
wanna take
anything,
back,
she gonna end up on Zeus.
Oh,
I mean, it worked for Blueface and Krishan Rock, right?
yeah.
It worked for so many people. Like, Zeus will pick her up. They had no problem. Yeah. So, next on docket, now I can say congratulations to Marcus Jordan. You didn't know about this?
I don't. News to
This is
me.
news. What? I finally got you.
Wedding, you guys.
It's in the works. It's my
Oh, okay. I know who that
is my go-to saying right now. I don't think we have like a date. We're still talking about locations and party size and all of that stuff. So it's not really concrete yet, but it'll happen.
Do you want your dad to give a toast at your wedding? How does this work?
Yeah, look, I was the best man at his wedding, and the best man at my brother's wedding, and so obviously we'll keep that tradition going. Is my thoughts on it.
I want in. I want video cameras there.
So the drama is crazy. It's like this whole Scottie Pippen's wife, the drama with Michael Jordan and his son dating Scottie Pippen's wife. What's her actual name?
That's Larsa.
Larissa, yeah.
Larsa.
Larsa? You sure it's not Larissa?
Larsa.
Larsa? Like larceny?
Yeah, grand larceny.
Okay. Larsa. Yeah, congratulations to Marcus Jordan, I guess. And I guess there's a wedding being planned. Interesting.
But it is. I mean, guys do it all the time. So
I mean, if we can say congratulations for all these women being pregnant without being married, why don't we can say congratulations to Marcus Jordan being engaged to Larsa
reckon we
Pippen.
can. She's way older than him though. That's it.
I know, right?
But men do it all the time. So yes,
yeah, but
congratulations. to
well,
them
it
there.
depends on if he wants to have kids. Do you? I mean, I don't know if Michael
Nowadays,
Jordan
they
has
can just
kids,
get a
but
surrogate and stuff. So,
yeah, and that's a whole nother story. That's a whole nother conversation right there.
Why?
Because if you've waited that long, for one, don't she got kids?
She does.
So I doubt she wants to have any more kids.
She might.
Like when
Some women.
when you raise kids all the way to adulthood,
Mhm.
what women? Ain't no women trying to go start all over.
They might.
I bet you
It's
she don't.
possible.
I bet you she don't. Honestly, I don't think that's gonna last. I mean, I'm like, not to be negative
Mhm.
Nancy over here, but I don't think that's gonna last.
Mm.
Like, come on, yo, it's got to be a game. But I mean, hopefully,
Yeah.
it'll be all right. I don't think it's gonna last though. But I also don't think she would want to have kids with him, because she doesn't. Raising kids to 18 is a lot of work,
It
and
is.
starting over at her age and having done it all. I hope you don't want none. Plus the whole geriatric pregnancy and stuff.
But she doesn't have
Well,
a
she's
period.
yeah.
Use a surrogate. If she has any eggs left.
I think it's gonna be interesting.
Mm.
Will the Pippen children come to the wedding? Mom's getting married. Can't not show up to mom's wedding, right?
Yeah. That'd be weird.
Yeah.
All around.
With Michael Jordan as the best man too.
Mhm. I mean, just
That'd
make the
be
best
fun.
of the situation.
That'll be fun. I hope
Yeah.
it actually. At least hope that wedding comes. It'll be a good conversation. You'll hear it here on We Are Black Press.
Yeah.
And the last thing, we're gonna be quick today,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because actually this one might go quite a bit of time. It is. So let me preface this with a question, right? How do you feel about women not wanting to date short men?
I mean, I would definitely not date someone shorter than me because that's just weird. And plus, I'm
you be
already
dating
super short.
yeah, you be dating a midget
Yeah.
or a little person. I'm
I'm
sorry,
I'm
little
tall in
person.
my imagination. I'm
Mhm.
tall, but to date somebody that's like where it'd
Yeah.
be weird. I have to at least look at your chest
Yeah,
when I stand next to you.
yeah.
At least.
And for me, I don't like to date older. I mean, not older, taller
Tall women.
women.
'Cause they look weird.
It just looks weird. Like
Yeah.
even dating somebody that's the same height as me, I never really liked it. I mean, I have, but it's like, okay, you put on heels. I'm not really feeling that taller than me thing. It's like, some people can do it, some
Yeah.
people can't. But here's the thing, so I also do have this thing about women choosing not to date men that are shorter
Mhm.
because of the simple fact that he can't control his height.
Genetics.
Yeah, exactly. You can't
Yeah.
control genetics. So to say that you prefer not to date somebody shorter and actually feel like that's the right thing, like,
Mhm.
okay, everybody has that choice. But if you think that everybody has that choice, then anything that a man doesn't want to accept or date when it comes to a woman should also be respected as his choice. That's why I preface that. But we're gonna talk about that.
Biggest fucking hypocrite ever. Would you be able to have kids?
I've got 3 kids. So if you got a kid and I'm, meant to be the breadwinner, it's just gonna be too many kids, man. Like, this ain't a nursery. I like my woman a certain way, looking pretty. Just look at her, So all the, baby mothers, kangaroo pouches.
Hang on a minute. We don't have to bring
Kangaroo
kind of
pouch.
attitude into the room.
I don't mean it like that. Just as in I like, big bum, flat tums, pretty face.
Who even says that? Like, you're actually a grown man who came from a woman, your mother gave birth to you, and you're there saying kangaroo pouch, kangaroo. Like, please, go and actually learn some manners. Childish. What the hell?
Preference is childish.
Yes, what the hell? You're talking about, like, look, listen to this mindset.
I have my preferences and I'm allowed to state my preferences. That's like you saying you don't like short men.
Do you know what? It's not even the same.
How?
I'm not even going to
Physical
even,
attribute.
you're
At least
actually mad.
the belly you can sort it out.
So-
Height, you can't do nothing about it.
Would you be
So let me say, I do not agree with him calling a woman's stomach area a kangaroo pouch.
Mhm.
That was totally out of line. But he did bring up a good point at the end.
Mhm.
So if a woman can say, I don't want a man shorter than me, even though that's something that he can't control, why why do you think it's a bad thing for a man not to want someone who has additional kids?
Mm, I mean, it's like survival of the fittest. Like whenever, like even in science and evolution, you're always gonna go for the one that's built to survive.
Mhm.
Like the one that's like got the muscle mass, the body that you like, something that you can carry on.
Yeah.
If you see a characteristic that's like unfavorable, you're not gonna want that for your kids or your future kids, right?
Mhm.
So why not use selective selection or whatever? And
Natural selection
yeah, natural
or
selection. That's
actually sexual selection too.
yeah, sexual. Why not use that selection in picking out what you want?
Yeah.
As long as it's in lines with something that you can provide it yourself,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, and, for the most part, yeah, that's true. All of that is biologically true,
Mhm.
right? The problem I have with that is when we say, "I want somebody who is bigger, stronger, more capable of protecting me," that is the natural instinct, but it's also the animalistic instinct.
Mhm.
So, when you understand that that's the animalistic instinct, then we have to recognize that we are human beings and not completely, uh, wild.
Yeah.
We're
But
not
in some
wild
ways we are.
animals, but we also wanna consider ourselves to be socially apt
Mhm.
and progressive and progressed as human beings, which is what makes us better or greater than regular animals. So if we're gonna be socially adapt, then we need to to understand that a big, tall man with muscles is not necessarily the one that can protect you in this now social environment. So that
Mhm.
all of that animalistic instinct does not matter. So if we're going to think on a higher level, then we should understand that that man that is a little bit shorter than you can protect you just as well as a big, strong man. And if not, then we just want to say we're animals.
It's more so the image of what people are trying to go for. Because if it looks off, it doesn't appear to be good.
Yeah, and I understand that part because that's how I feel. I don't want nobody taller than me because I don't want to be walking next to you. You can walk across the street, and I walk across the street, and we'll meet up where we're going when we get there.
That'd be crazy.
I know, right? But the thing about it is, okay, so men like women with bigger butts and wider hips because it is showing that you have birthing hips, which means you can survive a pregnancy and a birth and then be there to raise the child, right? Women naturally want a stronger man with broader shoulders because it's a sign of protection, capabilities to provide, to go out and forage the food and hunt the food, and that's all true. But now in this advanced social environment, those things we have modern doctors,
Mhm.
we have modern medicine, we have step stools, we have guns, we have weapons that we can use to protect ourselves. So to say that we're just going to stick to animalistic ideology
Mhm.
or those kind of ways, meaning it's pretty much saying that I'm going to stick to just being animalistic. So then don't pretend like we're an advanced species. Because if we're an advanced species, then we need to be advanced in understanding all the things and not just wanting to resort to our animalistic areas when we want to justify it as, well, that's just who I like.
And that makes sense. But like you said, like we're in a social media kind of world,
Mm-hmm.
and everything is for image.
Mm-hmm.
So if that doesn't fit your image or it doesn't fit the mold, why do you think people would navigate towards that?
Well, I don't think it's always just for image. I think people
Mhm.
are really attracted to that,
Mhm.
and I understand that. But then if you're just gonna say I don't like short men
Mhm.
because that's not what I'm attracted to, then you got to understand that he doesn't like flabby abs. He
Yeah.
doesn't like stretched skin. He doesn't want to be with someone that has kids.
Mhm.
All of those things. If you get to say that you have certain expectations and that's just who you are,
Mhm.
we cannot be angry at the other person for just being who they are, and that's where I find issue with. If we're going to be socially adapted, we need to actually do that across the board.
Yeah.
Or same thing I was saying with the calling somebody a monkey and calling somebody an N-word. Like either we're going to act on a even plane, or we need to just stop pretending. But again, I do not condone saying that a woman has a kangaroo pouch. That is offensive.
That is
degrading.
Rude. That's awful.
But then to say, "Oh, you came from your mama," okay, you came from your daddy.
Yeah.
So how tall was your daddy? Everybody's daddy wasn't 6 feet tall.
Okay, so before you get with somebody, like all the way,
Mm-hmm.
you have to see like a lineup of their family,
Yeah.
and that'll tell you like, yeah, okay, we can make this work
How so?
because you have to see.
What are you learning from their family?
You learn their behaviors, you learn their characteristics, you learn like their strengths, their weaknesses.
Mm-hmm.
You learn all of that from meeting their family.
Oh, I thought you was gonna say you can learn if the wife is gonna get fat based off of what her mama looks like.
You can do that too.
Really?
Yeah. See the mom
But
and
that's
see
what
the
I thought
mom
you
and
was
the
gonna
dad
say,
and
'cause I've heard that said before.
see which one they take after.
Yeah.
I was gonna input.
It didn't sound like it because you definitely stopped talking.
Because sometimes you don't want to say certain stuff to offend people.
Mm-hmm.
So I myself, sometimes I hold back, but then it's like, ooh, this needs to be said.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you see like that, say like the dad has hips,
Mm-hmm.
and you see him and he's nice and slender,
Mm-hmm.
but he could potentially look like that once he put on some weight.
Yeah.
Is that something that you can deal with? Because I couldn't be with someone that had hips bigger than mine.
No, that's no way.
I couldn't do it.
That's insane. I couldn't do it either. I really couldn't. Well, if I was a woman.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, I just yeah. I'll leave it.
I know you want to. I know you want to
I'll leave it
add
at that.
something.
Thanks.
Because you
Look,
don't.
if
The
all I'm
fluffy
saying,
bunnies.
huh?
The fluffy bunnies.
Fluffy bunnies. What's fluffy bunnies?
You know the women that's like little big
What did you say? Who?
ones.
Who?
You.
But what you mean? You saying I like that?
No, I said
Oh.
you don't. I
Oh
said
no,
you don't.
I don't. You know,
You don't.
that's a good point. Now, that's a good point. You cannot be super fluffy. Talk about I want a tall, strong, muscular man.
Mhm. But sometimes
Lizzo.
they get them.
Yeah, but you can't. If you cannot
She can't
expect.
keep up with them.
Hmm?
She can't keep up with them. Maybe
I don't know,
she.
she be
Maybe
dancing.
she. Because you know the auntie with the arms,
Yeah.
and they be cooking. Maybe he likes her cooking.
Yeah, but my thing is, how could you discriminate against the very thing that you are? How could you? I don't. You know what? I don't understand that part. How could you be an overweight person not wanting to date an overweight person?
Because I mean,
So my question is, if you're an overweight person, right,
Mhm.
and you're not doing the things to get yourself to where you need to be of a healthy weight,
Mhm.
and you don't want to date somebody that is not of a healthy weight, how can you say you actually love yourself if you don't love anything that looks like you? That's like saying, well, if a black man don't want to be with a black woman,
Mhm.
it's because he hates himself.
Yeah.
So if a fat woman don't want to be with a fat man, it wouldn't, by reason, she would hate herself, right?
But some of them, they can't help but to be big because of the genetics in their family.
Yes, okay, but that's not what I'm asking. I'm saying, does that mean she hates herself if she doesn't want to be with somebody that's big? Because maybe he can't help that he's big either.
Hmm. A lot of people aren't okay with loving themselves,
Yeah,
so that has a lot to do with it too.
yeah. I think maybe if you don't want to, if you are a person of an unhealthy weight,
Mhm.
you should probably, if you're a person of an unhealthy weight and you don't want to date somebody that is of an unhealthy weight,
Mhm.
then you should probably work on yourself first.
Yep, that's always what I say. Always, if you're going out and you're in the dating market, work on yourself first.
Yeah.
Get to where you need yourself to be, and then the rest will fall in place.
Exactly. You gotta look like what you want.
Mhm.
If you don't,
But then don't fall off once you get there.
right? You know me.
Because it happens.
I can't. Every time I get like a little flab, I'm like, I gotta go back in the gym. I got to.
But I'll be
Gotcha.
saying, you gonna accept what I am.
Hmm?
Because I can't resist the little cakes and
Yeah, that's
stuff.
fine, but like, do the work. I mean, you know what? At a certain point, if you get to a certain point, I'm like, babe, this is not cool. I straight up tell you know me. I'm like, babe, nah. Look, it ain't. But it's only a certain amount of time where you can still say that's baby weight.
This is baby weight.
It's only a certain amount of time. You know what get me is the ones that had a baby and gain more weight after they've had the baby.
Oh, yeah.
Talk about that's baby weight. No, you gain more weight after the fact.
That's funny.
But that's like mental health issues too. There's a lot that goes into that.
It is.
Don't shoot at me.
But tell us in the comments, how long do you think baby weight is okay?
That's a good question.
I say about, you do 9 months in and 9 months out.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I would. You know what? I'd even give them an extra 3.
Yeah. Extra 3 for prep.
But no, you know what?
So,
I
a
would
whole
say
year.
honestly, I think it should be like 18 months.
Yeah.
I say
That's
18
fair
months
enough.
because you still going through the nursing stage. You got to get to the point where you're waking up at all hours of the night. You're trying to nurse the baby. You're trying to get a routine going. You got diapers everywhere.
Yeah,
At
work,
least,
family
all of
life.
that things. You got life, but at some point, after that, around that 9-month to 12-month time, you should be starting to get a routine where you can squeeze in some gym time.
Yeah.
Or squeeze in some healthy snacks and squeeze out some unhealthy snacks. Because you're in the studio with me, but I thought we was having a conversation.
I thought
I thought we was having a conversation. No,
I got some more time.
Dang, did I say 18 months? I meant like 15 months?
Here you go.
12 and a half? Nah,
I
I'm
got
just
some time.
Hey.
Hey, Thanksgiving coming up.
When I say, hey, babe, you ready to go on this bike ride?
I'm like,
Hey, it's too late. Got the shoes at the front door. Let's go.
I don't mind. But I might do it.
Yeah. All right. Let us know what you think. Yeah, what do you think about all of that? Height, weight, body size, how many children, French fries. French fries and thighs, huh? Well, like, comment, share, and
subscribe.
I'm your boy, Mr. Fine.
And I'm your girl, too.
We are
Like.
Please
like, comment, share, and subscribe.